Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques.
Hope.
Jacques.
Hope.
Who they? Who they, Jacques? Who they? Oh, we they. We they. Tell Cincinnati that, man. Tell them that.
Bro. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, folks? Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday. Post-game live chop-up time, man. We already got 20 people storming up in the chat, Jacques. Hey, man, we got a victory, brother. 27-3, man.
Yep, we sure did. Good game, man. It was a real good game. Surprising we pulled it off like we pulled it off, but we're going to talk about that, man. So let's get into our peoples, man. We got Bubbles. He says, tighten up, boys, and hashtag GBO.
Yeah.
GBO. Yep.
Yeah. UT Talk. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's wrong.
All right, Durstone was good.
Sent those Bengals packing. Yes, sir. Kent Woods. He said, what's up, fella? I definitely didn't think the Titans was going to win, but they showed up and showed out, but they have to continue. Yep. Let's see. We got Titans leader 2010. Tighten up. Facts, no paper. Yes, sir.
No paper. Yes, sir.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, Hawk. It's coming a little bit slower. Peace for Lily. Guys, I had to miss the game. Like we got one. Like looks like it was a good one to watch. Yes, ma'am. It was.
What's going on? What's happening, man?
Big win. Tighten up. Tyler Lockett in the building. He said, yo, what's up, fellas? Huge win.
Huge win.
ENT in the building. He said, yes, man. Tighten up. Jake Yon in the building. What up, brother? This ain't the Titans hooting. Jeremiah called this game.
Okay.
Aiden, he says, what's up, Jock and Hawk? What up, Aiden?
What up, Aiden?
Titan Rossi in the building. He said, let's
freaking
go. What's up, fellas? We just need some consistency, and now we'll be all right. Read more. Be more. What up, bro? I know you happy, right? Raven 76. He says, late Titans names for beating the Bengals. Salute. Yes, sir. Hold on, bro. They coming in. Give me 1 minute, Hawk. They coming in.
Yes, sir. You good?
DB in the building. He said, offense look more valuable. Yes, sir.
Oh, without Burks. Oh, we got to talk about that. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Blaze out fire. Yes, sir. Tremaine, what's up?
What up, Tremaine? What's going on? What's up, bro?
Talk about it, brother. Rodney, yes, sir. Max Orange, what up, brother?
What's up, y'all? Rodney G, Ravens. That boy Max D in the building. Yes, sir.
We got some Ravens in the field. He says,
yes,
Ravens,
sir.
Big trust. Thanks for beating us, man.
Yes, sir.
Captain Trips, what is up, brother? Go cool. What is going on? Lawrence.
What up?
Man, we all in here tonight. Y'all in here tonight.
What
LG,
up?
What up, bro?
Tighten up.
Hey, Brian.
Tighten up.
Get them jokers
tell who they to tighten up.
Yes, sir. Jay Woods, what is up, my guy?
What's up?
Lopez, we still can't score 30. We'll talk about it. Cameron, what is up?
What's up?
William Jones, who run it?
We run it. We run it right now, man. We run this, at least this game. You know what I mean? It feels good to, talk a little bit. Hey, I don't know if y'all know a lot about Cincinnati. Cincinnati is about 4 hours from Nashville. But I don't know if you all know, like Nashville, of course, is known for hot chicken. Cincinnati, you know what they're known for? Chili. They're known for chili. So I'm about to eat some chili during the show. Some of that Cincinnati chili. Look, y'all see that right here? That chili right here? Some good Cincinnati chili right here, man. We eating Cincinnati chili tonight, man. You know what I mean?
It's funny. What up, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Well, y'all, we want to say thank you all for joining the show, man, and everything. With the live chop up, of course. We appreciate everybody joining in. And so, man, we're going to get cracking, man. We got a lot to talk about for this game. That boy Jacques was at the game, saw it live in full color. And so, man, we're going to discuss the game. So, as you all know, again, the Tennessee Titans with a big victory, beating the Cincinnati Bengals 27-3. This is the first time the Titans have beaten the Cincinnati Bengals since 2013. I bet a lot of folks probably didn't know that. They show that on TV. That's like, wow, 2013? So a big victory tonight, man, with the Tennessee Titans, man. We're now 2-2. You know what I mean? Man, winning changes everything. I'm telling you, man. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very proud of them Titan boys stepping up. So, Jacques, we're winning this game, man. There was many reasons as to why we won this game convincingly. Give us 2 reasons as to why you feel that we beat the Cincinnati Bengals, the Who Dey Nation.
So 2 reasons. Well, one, it felt good to get that win because I was there when they beat us in the playoffs. So they deserve this butt whooping that they get, man. They really deserve it. So 2 reasons. One reason, rhythm. Okay, rhythm. And the Titans offense was able to get in a rhythm early, right? Yeah, it was a hiccup or two, but when we were able to settle down, in theory, that's what our offense is supposed to look like, right? That's what they're supposed to look like, in theory, okay? Beat you up with the 2 running backs that we got. Shout out to Tyjae Spears. That's my boy. I'm going to keep saying that. My boy. That's my boy. You know what I mean? Which I know he's gonna do great here. But to have that 2-punch combo with Tyjae Spears and Derrick Henry, we were able to get back to our identity, right? Our identity was we're a running team, right? Well, now we just don't beat you up with Derrick Henry. Now we're going to get you with Tyjae Spears. We're going to switch it up with a little speed element and a little punch in the mouth too, right? A little shiftiness. So when we were able to get our run game together, that allows us to open up the play action. And Tannehill is one of the best I've seen when it comes to play action, right? And we were able to take shots when we needed to. We didn't make too many mistakes, right? And that's on offense. On defense, man, we were able to turn over the ball. Tell you, whenever the Titans are able to get multiple turnovers, they win games for some reason on defense, right? They're just able to win games. Okay. So that's one reason. I combined the reason. The other reason is they were able to block. Okay. Now, to a certain extent, okay, it wasn't the piss poor performance we had last week, but this week they were able to block. Okay. Dilla's still struggling, but they blocked enough to where the play action and Tannehill was able to get the ball out when he needed to. Also, when it came to the run blocking wasn't bad at all, right? They got 100-something yards. Tyjae got his fair spill. So the overall with the offense, and I'm just focusing strictly on the offense because we scored points. And I'm surprised we scored points. But that's one of the ways we were able to win this game by those points. What about you, Hawk?
Facts, no paper, man. Hey, the Cincinnati chili, somebody in the comments said, man, Cincinnati chili is trash. What I'm eating right here is pretty good, man. You know what I mean? Hey, who they? The Cincinnati chili. All right, so this is what I'm looking at, man. Courtney Jackson, you're right. How many years have I said that about the Titans, man, to just block? You're right, Courtney Jackson. I'm going to pull that comment up, man. That's a fact. Just block. That's all I've ever, just block. We should get T-shirts with the hashtag just block, literally. Because that changes everything. And probably more now than it's ever because you have Tyjae Spears, right? We have a different dynamic on offense. A player, we've had Dontre Hilliard and those guys too, right? But Tyjae's a better runner, no question about that, right? He brings a different dynamic. But I'm going to tell you why we won this game. I'm going to give 2 reasons. I got to give credit to Tim Kelly, man, our offensive coordinator.
Called a hell of a game.
So the New Orleans Saints game that Jacques and I went to together, we should have won that football game. There was 3 touchdowns left on the board by great play calling. 3 wide open spots. Tannehill missed those throws. That's play calling to get somebody that wide open, right? Same today. You have Derrick Henry in the game. You're going to think, oh, we're going to run, then we pass the ball. Same with Tyjae Spears. Oh, we're going to pass, but we run the ball. Cincinnati, their head was everywhere. They're like, bro, I have no idea what we're doing. And when you look at Cincinnati's defense, they're ranked 30th in the league in run defense. We ran as much as we wanted to, man. Hey, we were having a ball out there. And when you look at the offense itself, you know, Ryan Tannehill did a hell of a job on play action, right? Cincinnati had no idea. And even our blocking did improve for sure versus Cleveland, not even close, right? And Cincinnati's defense is more of a speed defense than a power rush defense. But I got to give credit to Tim Kelly. Ryan Tannehill is not a stand-up, I'm about to, downset her, I'm just going to throw the ball and be the lead QB. It has to happen off play action. When our play action is there, and you got even Jeffrey Simmons out there on offense, you got Derrick Henry throwing his 4th career touchdown as a running back. Zach Wilson don't even have 4 career touchdowns in his career, right? So when you look at, he might now, but I'm just saying the fact that, the playbook was wide open, man, okay? Cincinnati had no idea. They were unprepared, and I don't think they were well coached out there either. Tennessee offensively did a great job today. Shout out to Tim Kelly. When the offensive coordinators do well, we should give them a shout out because if they do terrible, we're going to light their tail up, right? Shout out to Tim Kelly. Secondly, let me tell you a key play that you all might not have noticed, man. It actually was a penalty on Jeffrey Simmons, okay? Now, it was also a penalty on Joe Mixon. And for some reason, when we play Cincinnati, it's a lot of bad blood. And a lot of times I've seen Joe Mixon and Jeffrey Simmons go at it. Did y'all see Jeffrey Simmons get pissed off where Mike Vrabel had to calm him down? When I see Jeffrey Simmons get pissed off, you can just tell he goes to another level. And that just sort of infiltrates everybody else on defense. Our defense played hungry today. Our defense wasn't playing. Cincinnati had 3 points the whole game. 3, right? You got Jamar Chase out there. You got Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow looked like a shell of himself. He still has a calf muscle issue, but so what? You're on the field, right? You got to perform. If not, you need to go sit down and take a rest. He probably needs to sit down the next game. You know what I'm saying? And, when you look at Jamar Chase, did y'all see the interview that Jamar Chase had after the game? We had him in his feelings. You know what he said, man?
I'm open. I'm always fucking open. Excuse my profanity. I'm sorry. I'm open. I'm always fucking open. Excuse my profanity. I'm sorry. I'm open.
Hey, Jamar Chase, you're open. Oh, well, Jamar Chase, I've seen you locked down. Get locked down before, too.
He wasn't open.
Awards and those things. I've seen it. But, right. But our defense, Jamar Chase had 73 yards. Our defense didn't allow that to happen. So I give a lot of credit to our front four. We had 3 sacks out there. Those guys were all over the field, and we only allowed 211 yards of offense for the Cincinnati Bengals. So shout out to the defense. That's how you play ball. Tighten up, Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I was at the game, and shout out to the big homie, Big Mike, man. I see you, bro. He was at the game with me. You can contest. He talking about he wide the F open. He was not. Jamar, you was open, man, but don't do that, dog. Yeah. Don't do that, man. So let's see who we got in here. Shout out to Big Mike, bro. I see you.
Big Mike in the building.
Let me see. Sin City, I see you, dog. Let me see what we got here. Nicky, let's see. Rocky Boy.
Facts.
Nicky Keenan Westbrook, man, he's been playing. He's reliable. I'm going to start calling him Mr. Reliable. You know what I mean?
That man was out there dancing too, man. Hey, you're right, Jacques. He's reliable, man. Like, he gets in a certain spot. You throw on the ball, he's going to catch the ball, man. He's going to catch the football. Great. Shout out to Nick Westbrook and Keenan, man.
Man, ain't it, though? Yeah. Shy, what up, Mike? He said, I feel like the OC is still learning what he can do with this team. I agree.
Facts.
I agree. Awaken to the internal.com. Tennessee finally started throwing the slant routes. I said this last week. Quick pass game. Shine. Yep.
Yes. Jacques, you made that point how quick we were throwing the ball, man.
Yeah, man.
We were getting the ball out there for sure.
Yeah, my boy, Stanley. What's up, bro?
Stanley, what's up?
$2 super chat.
Yes, sir. What's up, Stanley? What's good, man? Hey, Stanley Wilson. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Stanley Wilson in the building early. Stanley, we appreciate it, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Hulk. So we're gonna go to the next segment. Just simple question. Who was your player of the game, or who you think was the player of the game?
So I really like what we did on defense. I really do. We only gave up 3 points. And I spoke about the offensive coordinator, being, to me, the difference maker. Is really, to be honest, it's really Tim Kelly, in my opinion, is the player of this game. It's really Tim Kelly.
You can give it to him. You give it to him.
But I'm gonna give it to somebody, man. To me, this was a redemption game. When you look at the last game, he only, I think, had like 3 yards rushing. You know what I'm saying? And this game, 22 carries, 122 yards rushing, 5 yards a carry, 1 rushing touchdown, 1 passing touchdown. That's the king, man. Shout out to the king, man. Shout out to who had him in fantasy football? I did. He gave me 39 points. Shout out to the king. The king did his thing today, man. Cincinnati clearly did not want to tackle this guy. Did y'all see the stiff arm he gave to Pratt, the linebacker? He stiff armed him on the way to the touchdown. You can just tell, man, when Spears is in the game, you know what I'm saying, and he does his thing, and Derrick Henry gets it, they're fresh. And it's not like Derrick Henry has to rush 30, 40 times. He ran the ball 22 times, and Spears only ran it 5 times. He had 8 yards of carry. That's incredible. But shout out to the king. Making big plays out there. He even stiffed arm this guy right here. The DB tried to step up and said, man, get out of my way, man. I'm the king around here. Not the king. I'm the king. You know what I'm saying? So Derrick Henry is my player of the game for sure, man. 122 yards rushing against the Bengals. Ryan Tannehill had a really good game as well, too. We didn't, because of the way that we ran so efficiently, that opened up the passing game for us. So shout out to the king, man.
Yes, sir. Max the board. What up with the $4.99 super chat? He says, did y'all see the panic in Cincy's DC when he brought the King Henry and Big Jeff on the field and he called a timeout?
Yes, we did. We did, man. We did.
Yep.
So, Max the board. What's good, bro? Do-do-do-do.
Boom.
Max the board in the building early. And what's so crazy about that play, Jacques? When Derrick Henry threw the touchdown, the whole defense shifted to when they thought Derrick Henry was going to run. And Derrick Henry was so sneaky with it. He had the ball down here.
Yep.
And even Nick Westbrook-Akini, everybody was sort of just shielding. Everybody thinking it was a run. Josh Wiley running on the other side for the touchdown, man. His first NFL touchdown. Shout out to Josh Wiley, man. Shout out to the young man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So, Jacques, so that was my player of the game, bro. What about for you, man?
So I mean, I gotta echo that, man. I mean, that's a player of the week performance by Derrick Henry. I mean, he got the finish, but like you said, the key is he didn't have to do it 30. He didn't have to rush for 30 attempts a game. He only did it. What you said, 22?
22 carries for 22.
Yeah, only 22 carries. I mean, that's productive. Okay, the production is nice when you can only have 22 carries, 110 yards, I believe, a touchdown, and then you threw for one, right? Come on now. I mean, what more balance can I ask for? You see what I'm saying? And I think having Tyjae Spears as your cohort helps you, right? And it takes out of that pressure. And again, and in theory, that's how it's supposed to be. So for me, I got to give it to the king. And I think he passed Earl Campbell. I think he surpassed Earl Campbell with.
He did, sir.
Yeah,
that's a fax, no paper. Yes, he did.
Shout out to him. Yeah, shout out to Earl Campbell. Yep. And you know, I know Eddie has 10,000 on his resume. I would love for D to kind of break that 10,000 if he can, right?
Yes.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope. So yeah, for me, it's Derrick Henry, man.
And that gives me a lot of respect to Eddie George too, man. They still hadn't broken the record
10,000.
I know. Shout out to Eddie George, man. Shout out to Eddie, man. Shout out to Eddie, man. Who 10,000. Eddie George used to run all over Cincinnati when they were AFC Central Division the parts. You know what I'm saying?
That was a ride. Was it John Kitna, Corey Dillon? Who else was out there, man? Yeah, it's just that's like you said, AFC Central days when that rivalry.
Yep.
That was an amazing rivalry. Rivalry, man.
It was, man. But y'all, we got 60 people in the chat. Hit that like button, man, if you hadn't hit the like button yet. Or if you hadn't done that as well, hit the subscribe button, man. Mm-hmm. Hey, who they? We they.
That's funny that the Saints and the Bengals got almost the identical chant. It's weird, man.
It is. Again, I'd hate to go to a Cincinnati New Orleans game. Maybe who they? I'd be like, shut up.
Right. I mean, you mentioned that in New Orleans, man. That was funny. Yeah, you mentioned that in New Orleans. He was like,
I did, didn't I? I did. I said, we that. I kept telling the Saints fans that we that. Y'all talk about who that, we that. Just like we tell Cincinnati. Hey, we eating our Cincinnati chili. Y'all see that right there? That's what they do in Cincinnati. They say, who they? We they.
That chili look dry. It look dry. The cheese look cold, man. Go get it off the screen, man.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. So Jacques.
Yes, sir.
So, man, we look at this game. It's a complete opposite from the last game. Almost like two totally different teams. Would y'all agree? What do we got in the comments? Let me see some of these comments before I ask this question, man. What do we got out there?
Let's see what we got here. I think I already started this. Yep. Let's see. Michael, we blitzed more today than I've seen in years.
All right.
Yep. Shout out to Aziz, man. Aziz is a good contributor, man.
He is, man.
Shy in the building. That's Big Mike. Let's see. Mike said our O-line, offensive line, players of the game.
Big Mike, good point, sir.
Hammer 80 degree, tighten up from JR. IR. Oh, shit. What's up, my brother?
What up? What's up?
See. Hammer says Aziz has been beastly at times. Yes, he's quick. He's very quick. And Dr. Gibbons, too. Let me give Mr. Gibbons, I'm going to keep calling him Dr. Gibbons, credit, man. He's very smart. And you can tell he's very smart and he's quick. So I like the combo between them two. They're very good, man. Very good.
Aziz plays crazy out there, bro.
Yes, he does.
He'll go in and rush the quarterback. He'll hit run. He'll hit running back. Like I see you, number two. I see you too.
Yeah. He out his mind. Everyone should know the Wildcat play. And you're right, Blaze. Everybody should. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go for it.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you're right, Blaze of Fire. Yeah. People think they know. He's like, okay, is he gonna run a pass? See, that's the dilemma, right? That's the dilemma. Because when he's at the Wildcat, you'd be like, okay, he's a running back. We need to protect the run first before the pass. And next thing you know, you got somebody streaming down the field wide open. It's like, well, what do you do, right? It's kind of like Jalen Hurts with the Eagles on the 1-yard run. It's kind of like, well, what do? We can't stop this, right? I mean, there's a reason why Derrick Henry has 4 passing touchdowns in his career. I mean, that's huge. So,
but what's funny too, Hulk, is that's great film study by the Titans. They probably seen something on film to say, hey, you know what, we can run, because they don't run that play all the time. They run it against certain teams in certain scenarios and certain situations where it's like you said, it's hard to defend. And if I see him coming out there, like you said, he can either run or pass. What we gonna do? So
yeah, man. Absolutely. And that's what I really like about what Tim Kelly's doing right now. He got folks guessing out there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he does. So Bryce, let me say this. I'm gonna start your comment if it pulls up. There we go. I'm gonna start this comment because I'm gonna say that for the chop up. I know you done asked that twice, so we're definitely gonna get to that. Yes, Goku, I agree with this. Josh Wiley and me and Hulk just had a conversation about Josh Wiley the other day.
Yep.
About the rookie. He caught a touchdown. He actually caught 2 passes. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was
and blocked very well. And blocked very well today.
Yep. So hopefully he's getting comfortable and it's starting to click for him. Because I mean, he has the potential, the size, the speed to be a good tight end. We'll see.
That's right.
Classic Ride Society was a racer. Don't remind me of Corey Dillon. I remember him saying, Corey Dillon, man, he was a beast, man, when he was with the Bengals, dude.
That's right.
Like
classic ride. OG classic ride. You OG around here, classic ride.
He showed is, man.
You are our first. You are our first.
He is our first. Yep.
Yes,
he's our first.
Always know that classic ride. Real talk, bro. Real talk, man.
Yep.
So speaking of the Cincinnati game, their Ohio counterparts. Oh, Jamar Chase is on the phone.
I'm open. I'm always fucking open. Excuse my profanity. I'm sorry. I'm open. I'm always fucking open. Excuse my profanity. I'm sorry. I'm open.
Hey, sir. Okay, so looking at this game, the Southern Ohio boys of Cincinnati, we blew them out, but we couldn't beat the Northern Ohio team in the Cleveland Browns. It was a complete total difference of a game, right? Well, what's the difference? What was the difference from this game versus the Cleveland Browns game? And those in the comment section, throw that out there as well, too.
All right.
That boy Gibson.
Before we get there,
yes.
$5 super chat from Stanley. He said, hey, that Gibson pickup from Chicago was hope he get more playing time. He came in and had a strip sack. Joker came in and did his thing.
He did. He looked like LT around the corner, man. I was like, damn, Gibson, I see you, bro. I see you. Yep. Stanley Wilson. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Stanley Wilson in the building again. Yes, sir. Stanley, we appreciate it, man. Real talk. That's a great comment for real, because that was arguably the biggest play of the game, the strip sack. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So Jacques, so what's the difference, man? What was the difference between this game and the Cleveland game? Complete difference, bro.
So that was several differences between this game and that game. One difference is they block better, right? Now, granted, Cleveland has a better defense. Like, their defense is top 5, right?
Yep.
Cincinnati's defense is subpar. I'll just come out and say they're okay, but they still have Henderson out there. They still have him out there, so they do, right? But the difference is the offensive line was able to settle down enough to where they can get the run blocking going and then some of the pass blocking. Because, I mean, Dillon still got 2 sacks done on him, right? And it happens, right? The second thing is rhythm on offense.
Facts.
We were getting the ball out super fast. Now, Big Mike was at the game, and first thing we noticed with Jamar chasing him on that first drive, they were in rhythm. They were getting the ball out super fast. But it was a creative offense, and you was able to get in a rhythm. And when we was able to get in that rhythm, it started with the run game. Didn't start with the pass game, started with the run game. Last week, you tried to start with the pass game, right? I know you tried to run the ball, but when the run game wasn't there, we abandoned it. We kept trying. But then once that don't work, we got to put it in Tannehill's hands, right?
Facts.
So when I see blocking and rhythm, right, I'm like, okay, cool. Now, Tim Kelly, he called an okay game last week, right? But again, like you iterated early, Hawk, when we was in the Saints game, that was one of his best call games, right?
Yeah.
Chargers, he did pretty good, but I think this was one of his most creative games. This was a creative play calling game from like 3 or 4 plays that I can just point out and be like, that was creative. And now, and another thing that I like what I'm seeing from the Titans, they're taking shots downfield. We took it was 2 or 3 shots we took downfield today. I know Chris Moore caught the ball, but he technically dropped it, but we ain't going to say nothing. We're not going to say nothing about that. We're going to keep that on the low, people, and just ride with it, right? but the bomb from Tannehill to D-Hop. You could tell they're starting to get that chemistry up, right? So I'm seeing rhythm. Everybody's getting that chemistry together. And I'm not talking about the defense. I'll get to the defense in a minute. But the offense, if we can keep this rhythm up. So rhythm is what got us in this particular game, and we were able to score the points we were able to score. On the defense, the secondary, well, let me say this. The pass rush was able to get to Burrow, right? Their offensive line is man, okay, but we knew that. We've had 9 sacks on them. We've had if you tallying the sacks up now, Hawk, it's almost like 30 sacks we done had on them in like 3 years, right? Yep. So when I look at it, I'm like, okay, I expected that. But the secondary did a damn good job at staying disciplined and not getting beat and settling down, because the first drive there, they were on their toes, right? Since he came out with some heat, and we was like, me and Mike looked at each other, and I was like, Mike, says it's like it's gonna be a long game, bro. He's like, yeah, bro, it's like it's gonna be one of them days. But then when they settled down, and when the DBs were able to settle down, then they was like, okay, cool. We got this back part locked out, which allows you to get those sacks. So I think a whole overall well-balanced rhythm game from both sides of the ball. And I think both sides of the ball play with great energy too. I think we already got the defensive swag. They already got them dogs over there. But I think the offense kind of got that confidence about them. Like, okay, we got to catch up to these dudes. These dudes over here playing. Let's get to what we need to do too. So that's for me. And before we get there, FAMU in the house. Shout out to FAMU. You know, you got Tennessee State over here. Shout out to FAMU.
Shout out to FAMU. I was at Alabama A&M's homecoming yesterday, man, in Huntsville, Alabama. Man, that was cool. That was cool, man. Shout out to the HBCUs out there, for real. So
that's for me. What about you, Hawk?
Okay, facts, no paper on everything you said, man. For real. So I'm gonna add a few more sheets of paper in those facts. Well, no paper, so no paper. But all right, the number 13. Remember the number 13. Okay, 13. 13 is a huge number. Okay. The Titans against the Browns only had the ball for 21 minutes. Mm-hmm. Against the Bengals, they had him for 34 minutes. That's a 13-minute difference. That's half right there almost, right? So we were able to control the line of scrimmage with our offensive linemen, which in turn allowed us to be on the field a lot longer. In the Cleveland game, bro, we wasn't on offense long at all. We were 3 and out every single time because every time we had the ball, Myles Garrett was going in there. Everybody was clowning us on defense with Cleveland's defense. You know what I'm saying? Now, Cleveland lost today now. You know what I mean? That's it.
They butt spanked.
They did. Now, I know they had a rookie quarterback. That was a part of it. I get that. But they lost. But and Deshaun Watson didn't even have to do that much against us to win. But right. I'm saying the time of possession was huge in this game. Our defense settled the score, if you ask me, this game with, T. Higgins got hurt his wrist. He might be out for a few weeks, by the way, too. But because of how our defense played, they never allowed Cincinnati to get in a rhythm. Early, I was getting nervous because one running back that always gives us problems is Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon always gives us problems for some reason. And he did early, and next thing you know, he was zeroed out. So because our defense kept knocking him down, our offense was able to control the game a lot more. Plus, to your point, Jacques, our offensive linemen played 10 times better than they did against Cleveland. They were scared against Cleveland. I don't know, another week, and some more ownership that took place with the team, or accountability, but they actually made a big difference in time of possession. 13 more minutes they had the ball this game versus the last game. That's huge. That's huge. Secondly, the last game against the Cleveland Browns, the Titans had 8 penalties. 8 penalties for 80 yards. This game, they only had 5 penalties for 40 yards. That's a huge difference, right? That all goes to time of possession too, because you're losing out on those amount of penalties, especially when you're not on offense a lot. So we played more disciplined. We out-coached and out-hustled the Cincinnati Bengals. Flat out. Zach Taylor coached a bad game. We finally get that monkey off our back that Zach Taylor owns Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel finally beat this joker, and shout out to the Titans. But time of possession and penalties really made the difference in this game versus the Cleveland game.
Facts, no paper. And those penalties, some of those penalties was questionable, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It
was, sir.
But that's whatever. It's the referees are just a whole nother conversation. But
that's
so
right.
We get to these comments. Which one the Pootie? Not today. Let me see. Man, this win, it hits different. Yes, it does. Especially
it does.
You know the history. I'm glad we should have added some more points. I wanted to beat them 50-0 because Apparently he wasn't open. Yeah, Chase, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
I'm always.
My bad, Chuck. Go for it, sir.
Open. If he was open, Joe would have got him the ball. Just stop it, dude. Stop. So Max says, I'm still concerned about our secondary. You know, me too. But you take what you get, right? Take what you get. Unfortunately.
I think our safeties are playing really good.
Yeah, our safeties.
I think Hooker's balling.
He almost had an interception.
He did, man. He's been having a lot of tackles out there too.
Right.
So our corners is questionable for sure. That's the weakness of the defense. Yep. But the safeties have improved, I think, over the last few weeks.
And the weakest of the corners is Christian Fulton. I still think Sean Murphy Bunting. I like his playing style, if that makes sense. It's community. I'm telling y'all, man. And we played a lot of man in this game too, which was surprising. We played a lot of man coverage in this game, which I was surprised. I'm like, y'all letting them play man. What's wrong with y'all? Don't do that. But they did. They did good.
Yep.
What says Myles Garrett? I feel you.
What's the difference?
But you know what? Somebody said it in the comment section. I got to find. I think it was Stanley. He said, "Yeah, but the Ravens whooped up. They whooped up on that defense. That so-called defense. I mean, it's still top 5. Yeah, but Ravens. Yeah, Lamar Jackson and them a different beast, man. They're a different beast." Jeremiah says rhythm.
Yep.
Secondary. Burrow he's hurt, man. Burrow, like you said, he needs to go sit down. Just sit down, man. Just go.
Jamar Chase told him that when the season started. Hey, bro, sit down, bro. Take a seat, man. Rest up. Get ready, because you can't get healthy when you're playing. You need rest. Rest. Yep.
Yeah. Difference was Myles Garrett. Yep. D-line. And me and Hawk talked about that too. I have a theory that I think will help us going forward. It's just we talked about that, Hawk. Let me see. The Browns D-line, improved.
Yep.
Let's see. Titans overdrive. What up? He says the tale of the Titans last 2 games reminds me of last season when y'all show.
Yes.
The different halves.
You remember that picture?
Yeah.
The one horse was a full picture of a horse. The other was a little drawing like a 2-year-old drew that.
Yep.
Man, if I find that picture again, I'll post that, man. Yep. That's funny. Yep. That's funny.
Myles Garrett in his new walking boot.
Oh.
Penalties.
Okay. Yeah, penalties.
Let's see. Before we know it, we were 3-3. Yep, table turn quick. They table turn quick. O-line, tackling, play calling. Let's see what we got here. We're gonna save this for the chop up. I got you, brother. I'm saving your comment. You know what I mean?
Yep.
15-2. That's a okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's see. We'll see.
Yep.
So that's some of the
all right. Well, y'all, we're going to get into our favorite part of the show, folks. As you all know, it's the live chop up. We're here. So we want to give you all an opportunity, man, to sit at the dinner table, get your ingredients, get everything that you got, man. Chop them up, man. Mix them together, man, and throw your questions out there. As you all know, if you especially throw a super chat out there, no matter what questions up there, that super chat will come up front. It will kick down anything. We'll absolutely answer that question, and we'll answer any other questions after that for sure, man. So y'all know how we do. Let's chop it up, man.
All right, give me a minute. I got a couple of questions that done came up. All right, let me see. Jeremiah, can I put it? Yep. All right, first question. I tell you, I got a whole thing of questions over here. Jeremiah says, do you think Spears can be Rookie of the Year? Hulk, do you think Spears can be Rookie of the Year?
No. You got a quarterback. You got Stroud in Houston. Now,
and you got Breeze Robinson from Atlanta.
Yes, right. Yes, Bijan Robinson. Right. Yeah. So no, he's a great rookie. Yes, but to be Rookie of the Year, that's asking a lot. And no, they're already ahead of him in that regard. So no.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So another comment from Bryce. Shout out to Bryce. He been great comments. He says, still bothers me that we can't do anything without the run game. Great win, though. What is your thoughts on that? I think we had a conversation about that.
We just can't, man. We can't expect. This is how I feel. I think the league, especially when it comes to quarterback play, you got all kind of coaches out there. Quarterback is the most important position in football. You have a 10-80-10. 10% of the teams have great quarterbacks. 80% is a bunch of Tannehills and Kirk Cousins, and 10% are terrible quarterbacks, right? So when you're in that 80 percentile, you can't depend solely on your quarterback to do everything. And we have the third oldest quarterback in the league as well, too. So, yes, it might bother you that we can't do anything without the run, but that's just what we got to do. I would prefer us do play action than saying Ryan Tannehill go throw it 40 times a game. You all know that's going to be a recipe for disaster. So I know it bothers us, but you got to play for what you have. You got to, it's just what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And so, if play action works, which it has been, and with the great play calling, I'm not saying good. I'm saying great play calling of Tim Kelly this game, that's going to be a recipe for success for us. So that's how I feel about it, man.
I agree. I mean, like I said, we had a conversation about this, and I would rather, like you said, continue to do this until we have something that we can do that with, right? So I agree with y'all. Let's see. Bryce says, and another question. I told you I got a pile of questions, Hawk, and then I'm going to get back to the chat. When do we have the conversation of why the offense looks better without Burks? Hawk, do you think that's a conversation? Let me say it. Do you think the offense looks better without him? Or do we even need Burks?
Yeah, we need Burks. We need Burks 100%, man. We played against a bad defense.
Yep.
So play action, was there. But yeah, let's not talk like we don't need Burks. You know what I'm saying? It's one game. You know what I'm saying? So no, we need Burks. Burks needs to be on the field. So that's we played a bad defense. Hey, sometimes, man, you can have games and have a missing player that's one of your better players and still win. It doesn't mean going forward it's always going to be like that. So that's how I feel.
People stepped up in the right time. Like you said, Burks is an ad. You can't never have enough good receivers, right? And I know Burks hasn't lived up to A.J. Brown because that's what everybody wants him to do is live up to A.J. Brown. But when he's out there and he does great things, I give him credit. I know the potential of Burks. Burks is a great player. Tim Kelly's working and he's trying to figure out what he got. So that's what I look at it like that. Boy, Big Mike. Mike came through with another question. How do you guys think we stack up against Indy for the next game? They are a comeback team and will not be easy to win. What do you guys think will be some key points for defense and offense? So, Mike, let me tell you this. You got to watch the next show, bro. Just wait on it. Just watch our next show. Stay tuned because that's where we're going to break down all that. But there's two teams that are surprising me right now is the Colts and the Texans. Thanks. I didn't think that they were going to do what they've been doing, but shout out to them. And Houston, we got a problem because this division is wide open. And shout out to them young brothers. They balling to win the game. Yep. Go ahead, Hawk. Go ahead.
No, facts. Totally agree with that. I have nothing to add to that. That's smoke.
Yeah. Like, it's real, man. I see just potential. So we got to be careful. We'll talk about it. I'm going to tell you about it. Do you see the pass continuing to this level? I was very underwhelmed the first few weeks. Today is what I expect week to week. So I can take that one. Yes, I do. So again, rhythm, right? We talk about it. New offensive coordinator, new pieces to the offense. It was going to take a while for this thing to get rolling, right? That was the problem. It's going to take a few weeks for this thing to get going. And now you're starting to see, in theory, this is what the offense is supposed to look like. Your two running backs running amok. While I'm talking, can you see how many yards Tajay Spears had running the ball? I'm curious.
He had 40 yards rushing on 5
That's
carries.
Still good. That's still, how many catches did he have?
3 catches, 18 yards.
That's still good, right? But now that gives you that almost like smash and dash element. And if y'all been around, y'all know who smash and dash is. They not replacing smash and dash, but it gives you that element. So yes, I do think IR Hoshi that yes, I actually think it's going to get better. I think that you're going to see a lot more passes down the field once Burks comes back. Chris Moore's taking shots. Just Chris Moore sometimes just makes me nervous because he just be doing some silly stuff sometimes. But I like it though. But we're taking more shots downfield than I've seen in the past 2 or 3 years. Since Arthur Smith, to be honest with you. Arthur Smith, shout out to Tim Kelly because he knows what he's got. And Nick Akina Westbrook, I don't know what he's woken up, but the young man is balling, okay? So, yes.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, bro. Thanks, brother. Thanks, man. Thanks.
I do see this continuing to be good, especially when we go against not great defenses. What about you, Hawk?
Yeah, man, I can see this as well because Tim Kelly is drawing up offenses to get players open. You know what I mean? And I think that's so important. Well, your receiver doesn't have to be just ultra talented, right? I think that's why that's happening because we have some deficits at receiver. We do, as far as speed and just overall playmaking. So the best way to do that is to put them in their best situation possible by creating opportunities, having them open in the middle of the field, letting them catch the ball, because they catch the ball pretty well. I mean, D-Hop, who I felt would have a big game, I mean, he has 63 yards catching and 15 yards a catch. I mean, that's a pretty good game. So I just think that, I can see this happening. But to your point, Jacques, who's the defense? So if our offensive line doesn't block well, we can't do that against anybody. They block well, we'll do well. Just block, O-line. And then now we got Nicholas Petit-Ferrer coming back. Peter Skoronski might be back in the next week or two. He's coming back. So what do we do? Who are the top 5 that we need to put out onto the field? We shall see.
I agree. Fellas, Damien, what up, bro? He says, fellas, what's up? Doesn't it still bother you that we can't score above 30 points a game when we know we can? How do you feel about us? I can't even remember the last time. I mean, we've done it. We've done it before. It's sporadic, but we've done it.
Yep.
But we've scored 30 points, maybe even 40 points a game. It's not usually a typical Titan thing that we do.
That's right.
Does that concern you?
So I'm gonna answer this in two ways. All right, I'm gonna answer it in okay. So I look at when we know we can. Do we know we can? Do we know we can? Okay. So for us to get points right now, we have to do a lot of play action. Teams that score points, they do it directly. They do it directly. We can't do that. That's not our offense. So I don't think we can. I don't think we, especially average 30 points, that ain't happening. Like most NFL teams, like the highest average in most teams are like 29, 28 points. So it's close to 30. It's not above 30. You know what I'm saying? It's always about in the high 20s. So though we can maybe some games, but I don't expect that every game. No, I don't expect that. Now, is it frustrating? Yes, it's frustrating. When the New Orleans game, we left 2 or 3 touchdowns out on the field by play action, right? We left that on the field. And then, against Cleveland, we just couldn't do anything. You know what I mean? So that was just a bad game, the offensive line. I mean, so that hurts our average. So the question is, can we, especially averaging 30? No, I don't think we can. We got to do too much to score points, in my opinion. Jacques, I don't know how you feel, bro.
I mean, I agree. We just don't have that power right now to do that. We don't have remember, our offense runs through who? Derrick Henry and now Tajay Spears. In order for you to allow your quarterback to be successful, unfortunately, right? And it's a great tactic when you don't have a strong quarterback that can really throw it like a Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Caleb Williams. I'm putting him in that thing because he's slanging that rock and he's in college, right? We don't have that power quarterback yet. And will it come? I don't know. Maybe we might have it on our roster. I don't know. But until then, this is how we have to win. Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson throws the ball too much. If Zach Wilson was with the Titans, and if he had those 2 running back, he probably can be almost close to Tannehill. I'm not saying he would be Tannehill, but it helps quarterbacks that are not that good at throwing 50 times a game, right? So, no, I think 27 is our sweet spot. Unfortunately, it's our sweet spot, right? If we get 27 points a game, I'm confident enough to say the Titans are going to win this game because of the fact that that's our sweet spot. Can it happen? Tim Kelly has enough play calling and he's drew up enough good games where, like you said, Hawk, we left like 4 touchdowns on the damn field, right? He has enough to be like, yeah, we can do this, right? And you know what's crazy too? Tim Kelly, this offense, Hawk, listen to this. This is going to be crazy. Tim Kelly, and it's probably a verbal thing. He's taken some of what Arthur Smith created, what Todd Downing created, and he added his flavor to it too. That Derrick Henry play is almost like a signature play that's hardwired into the playbook, right? It's hard-coded in the playbook. So that's why I'm saying Tim Kelly has the blueprint, the foundation. He just has to add to it. So I think once we see when Tannehill is actually eventually gone, hopefully you can see us Titans get to the point where we're balanced enough, but the passing game kind of takes just a little bit priority over our run game. Maybe we can score 30 points a game. But right now, I just don't see it, dog. I don't see it at all. You feel me? I just don't. You know what I mean? And it sucks because we need to when we go up against the Chiefs, the Dolphins, the Bills, the high-powered teams. You need it because defense can only do so much, right?
Right.
So,
yeah. I mean, Kansas City doesn't even score average 30 a game.
They don't. Not like they used to. Yeah.
Miami and Buffalo and San Fran are the teams that are above 30 points a game. Yep. But again, those are ultimate offenses, right? Yep. Most of the league are, we're down at the bottom. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't want, I don't want people to expect like 30 points as an average. I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So the crowd and Big Mike, I don't know if you're still in here, but you was at the game, and I don't know if anybody else was at the game today. The Tennessee 12-man crowd was awesome today. They showed up and showed early on TV. How did you feel about? Could you hear it on TV? How did we sound on TV?
I could, yes. The crowd was very loud on TV. Okay. Absolutely, yes. Okay. Anytime the announcers were talking, I was like, man, the crowd is lit. Yes.
Yeah. Now we still have a problem where Bengals were in there pretty deep, right? I told you that earlier. They was in there. Shut up, right? But I got to give it to the Titans fans. We did what we did. I still would like a little bit more participation, if that makes sense. Like the playoff game. The playoff game was amazing. I'm telling you, that's one of the best atmospheres I've ever been to at Nissan Stadium. It was off the chain. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, this is a good question right here. Titans South. When we get to the AFC Championships, then extend Tannehill. So I'm guessing somebody asked, should we extend Tannehill and Henry if we make it to the AFC Championship? Whoever said that, I don't know who said that. I can't find the comment. Should we do that, Hawk? Say if we made it to the AFC Championship, would you extend Tannehill and Henry?
Yeah, I would extend Derrick Henry for sure for one more year. It depends on how well is Malik Willis or Will Levis. That'd be the question for Tannehill. If they don't feel confident, then you extend Tannehill. If they feel confident, then you offer something to Tannehill, not an automatic extension. You give him an offer and then and then that's on him to make the decision. You know what I mean? So you would. Yeah, I would extend there if we get, and again, that's a long way from here. Woo! AFC Championship. But if you're just speaking relatively here, that's what I would do. Yep. There's that horse picture, by the way, Jacques. All right. Yeah. So,
yeah. So, if we keep winning in the stadium, it won't be full of other teams' fans. The thing about Nashville is one of them cities, almost like Atlanta, like LA, and how you can correct me if I'm wrong. Let me see what other city I can think of. Chicago. These are cities that you can do other things on a Sunday, right? It is so much to do in these cities. Well, I don't have to go to an NFL game if my team is not good enough, right? Or if they have decent, I don't have to waste my time. I can go to church. I can go a brunch. I can go kick with my family. I can go just nice little events. Vegas is like that too, right? New Orleans is like that, but I'm going to give New Orleans credit here. They fans ride or die for them, but also New Orleans got a Super Bowl too, right? So I agree with that. Winning is the key. It is the biggest key. And you have to be consistently winning too. You can't win one game, lose another game. Win one game, lose one game. Win one game, lose one game. Because that's just going to throw everybody off, right? So I agree. We got to win. It's not like you in Wisconsin, you in Green Bay, where ain't nothing to do, but go to a Packers game. Hawk, you've been to Pittsburgh. Ain't nothing to do. It's a steel city for real. What?
Pittsburgh fans, literally, I think they go to work. I'm sure a lot of steel mill workers there. They eat their Pimenti Brothers sandwiches. They drink beer and they watch Pittsburgh Steelers games. That's what they do in Pittsburgh.
You said corned beef sandwiches?
Yeah, Pimenti Brothers. That's a business, a big sandwich company there in Pittsburgh.
Okay. They got corned beef.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they look like they eat corned beef and bite steel.
Yeah.
So
somebody said they love the horse. Yeah, I found it. We'll keep that picture, man. Because this picture illustrates. Let me pull this again. This illustrates the first part is what we did today. The other part is what we did last week. That is the Titans. That is the picture of microcosm what the Titans do, man. This is how it is being a fan of the Titans, man. You know what I mean?
It is.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. And yes, I agree. I would most definitely extend Henry. I was telling Hawk this today when I left the game. I said I would love to extend Derrick Henry so he can get his yards and retire a Titan. How often is it that we have a Titan retire a Titan? I know it's hard to do with some business or whatnot, but that's my wish. I'm like, I wish Derrick Henry would stay a Titan, and I wish that we can get him ultimately a Super Bowl. But I mean, we'll see. But
and for him to go to the Hall of Fame maybe one day. we don't have any purebred Titan players in the Hall of Fame that started with the Titans. Nobody.
You know what's crazy? Kevin Dyson and we're talking about that on the radio about somebody said Derrick Henry's a shoehorn into the Hall of Fame. And he said not necessarily. Because that means Eddie George has 10,000 yards and he's still not in the Hall of Fame, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And it's, of course, it's the team that you played on, and it's crazy.
And he should be in the Hall of Fame.
He should be.
A big word in the word Hall of Fame is fame. A lot of these players might not even have the stats of Derrick Henry if they were famous, right?
Man,
Derrick Henry is super famous. Kids know about Derrick Henry. 2-year-olds know about. If somebody gets stiffed arm in a little league game, man, he look like Derrick Henry out there. That's Derrick, like Randy Moss out. He got Moss out there. He got Henry out there. That's huge for him.
He's a trendsetter. You can almost put him up there, like you said. He got Derrick Henry because it's a signature, right? Yeah. Pee Wee kids, everything, everybody when they think of something hitting you, you're like, damn, you got hit by Derrick Henry, like you said. So it's almost like a, what would you call that, Hawk? Not an icon, like a trendsetter. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, D Henry is that's my guy, man. That's my guy. Yeah. So the Texans, man, they are looking pretty good. I mean, they are. Well, that's a whole other conversation when we hit that road, man. Let me see here.
And we don't play Houston late. The last few games, but back to back. Like one week we play another team and then them again, real late in the season.
Yep. Let me see. The bite stick.
Man, we still over here eating that Cincinnati chili. Who wants some Cincinnati chili? Y'all see the Cincinnati chili I'm eating?
Hey, Stanley, they do bite still, bro.
They do, man. And in Pittsburgh, man, the whole city's black and gold because you got the Steelers, the Pirates, and the Penguins. You know what I'm saying?
They all black and gold. You right, bro.
There's a reason. Yeah, there's a reason. There's a history. There's a reason why. It's tied to some shield or some crest in Pittsburgh. And so, in Pittsburgh, I mean, they die hard Steeler fans. Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I've been to like that Steeler Philly line and to have them two play each other, bro. It's entertaining. Yeah. Steelers fan versus Philly fan. Gio, if you in here, you know what I'm talking about. Blaze Office says Malik should have played in the fourth quarter. He could have. I mean, get some reps, but I wouldn't see why you have to do it. But unless you
I don't think so either.
Unless we was up like 35 to 40 or 40,
right,
40 and up, 40
right.
zip. Put him in there. Malik, go ahead and get you a touchdown. Everybody get a touchdown.
That's right.
I look at that. Let's see. I think we can. I think, we have money next year to do it. You can get him on a team-friendly deal to extend Henry. I think we can. You know what I mean? Let's see. Zach C says, we blitzed more today and it worked. Do you see y'all blitzing more in the future, or so you think we took advantage of a hurt Burrow? That was a good question. Damn, Zach. I think a little bit of both. I think it's situational, right? I think with Burrow being hurt, yeah, man, send the house because he's not mobile, right? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? What about you, Rob?
I totally agree with that. It's both. It's a bit of both. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yep. Here you say Henry's a first person doesn't need him. Yes, a ring will help you get into the Hall of Fame a little bit faster.
Oh, if he had a ring, he'd be Hall of Fame tomorrow. There would be no question about it. Yeah. He'd be Hall of Fame. There would be no question about I don't know, or maybe next the second go around there. For sure.
Oaktown in the building. What up, Matthew?
Oaktown. What up?
Oaktown, man. Y'all be careful out there, man. Y'all got a lot going on.
Oaktown.
Let me see. One thing that pissed me off about this game was Vrabel not pulling the starters when the game was out of hand. I can see where you're coming from.
Man. Me too.
When it comes to getting hurt, but I think I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Everybody in the fourth quarter, the Bengals had the ball a lot in the fourth quarter, and so even if they did, I mean, the Titan players backups would have only played like 2 minutes. I mean, so I don't, it was a blowout. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the players were on the field too long, during this game, in the second half. The second half, the Titans played very conservative and just try to get the game over with. So I don't know.
So C says defense played better when pissed off under Vrabel. Hawk, you've said that.
Yep. Yep. So again, I don't know if you all saw that, and I might be tripping and I might be wrong. I saw Jeffrey Simmons get pissed off when Joe Mixon was in his face talking trash. And next thing you know, he went to the sideline. Mike Vrabel was talking to him, trying to calm him down. You can tell Jeff was like, bro, I'm pissed off. He gets back onto the field. He gets a sack in 2 plays. And then the other teammates around him was sitting there. Hey, everybody was just hyped. Danico Autry was hyped. Those guys were hyped, man. So I wish Jeffrey Simmons could play like that every play, every game. He brings that type of energy. He's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. I'm telling you, they feed off 98. And I challenged 98 in our last show. I wanted him to step up, man. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Which he did.
Yep, he did.
Woodruff says, I think the team is going to look better because the teams that they're playing aren't going to be great down the stretch. And I agree 100%. I agree 100%. I'm looking at the schedule here.
So, Woodruff. Oh, go ahead, Shaw. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Keep going, Hawk. I'm just looking at the schedule. Keep going.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing as well. Like, Colts, the Ravens, they can be beat. The Falcons, the Steelers, the Bucks, the Jags, the Panthers, the Colts, the Dolphins, the Texans. These aren't scary teams, folks.
I see two
These aren't
teams.
Scary folks. These ain't scary folks. These ain't scary hours right now, bro.
Let me see. And I'm looking at specifically defense. That's the only thing I'm looking at. From here on out, I'm looking at these teams' defenses because that's what our struggle is. We know our struggle is on offense. Defense, I can take the secondary. I can do that. But I'm looking at defense. So Falcons defense they're okay. But right? Steelers defense is probably about the best one on this list that I'm looking at. But what I seen the Texans, if the Texans can do that, we can do that. Bump that. It's a revenge tour. I'm calling this the revenge tour. Okay, it started with Cincy. We owe the Steelers one too. Buccaneers got a pretty solid defense, but you can still it'll be hard to run on them a little bit. It'll kind of be hard to run on them, but I think we can get them. Jags, I ain't worried about them. I'm still sticking to my guns. I'm not worried about the Jags. Get the Jags. Panthers, I'm not worried about them. The Dolphins, I think we match very well. They just got a speed element that, Lord Jesus, okay?
That's right.
Their speed is insane. But we've seen them before, so I think we can okay. It's another team. It's 2 teams on here. The 3. Defensively, Steelers, Buccaneers. The Seahawks got an okay defense, but I still think we can kind of get them. They got a nice secondary. But the Texans, very intriguing, dog. The Texans are very, very, very intriguing. And they're the wild card in this that kind of threw me off. And I'm kind of concerned, bro. I'm not going to lie to you because we already don't play them well, okay?
Yep.
And now they, for some reason, playing pretty good. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So I agree with this. You got some winnable games going down the stretch. Like,
we do, man.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let me see.
We got a super chat in the building.
Let's see. Hold on, Hawk. I'm getting to it. I am getting to it. If I can find it. There we go. JT Terry. What's cracking, my brother?
What up, JT?
I was supposed to make my first trip to Nashville today to watch the boys, but love the W. Tighten up. Hey, JT. Don't worry, brother. You got plenty of time, my brother. But thank you for the
man.
super chat.
Yes, sir. JT Terry. Boom. JT Terry in the building. JT, man, we appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir. And then Ari says, now I think we do. If we go back and look at our schedule, Hawk, I think we got us losing this game, right?
Yeah, me and you do, but the Weekly family has us winning this game.
Okay.
Hey, you saw Pickett he's hurt.
Yes, I did see that.
He can come back.
I did see that. But they tend to play us well too. I don't know why.
Yeah, they
I don't get
and
it.
It's
But
at Pittsburgh.
This could be a revenge tour. I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't know. I know the Ravens got a good offense. I know. We know.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. When we play Pittsburgh in 4 weeks, let Pittsburgh get some more losses in between then. Don't be shocked that they fire Mike Tomlin.
I wouldn't be.
Yep.
I wouldn't be.
Yep.
He better hurry up and do something with that OC because he better fix that first. But
Mike Tomlin was pissed off today, bro. He's like, yo, there's gonna be some changes. And like, Tomlin, be careful now. Be careful because Pittsburgh over the last several years, I mean, they always gonna play tough, but they have talent and they don't win. You know what I mean?
Yep. And that's the thing, man. And like Dad's son said, Steelers are built like us, man. They really are. That's the scary part about it. We It's like a twin. You look at your twin, you be like, oh man, there they go, right?
Yep.
Let's see.
We got 63 people in the chat, by the way. Hit that like button and subscribe to us today.
Yep. What up, Keisha?
What up, Keisha?
Keisha said, you know what I hate about being a Titans fan? Tomorrow the meeting will be talking about what's wrong with Joe Burrow and not how well we did. Yep. But I'm okay with that.
Boom.
Okay with that.
She's right about that, man. That's fire.
Yep.
That's a fact, Keisha.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fact. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
I agree 100% with that. But in the same breath, keep it like that because the Titans do good better in the underdog role anyway.
Facts.
So I'd rather for it to stay like, don't talk about us. Just let us do our thing.
Let us do our thing.
Let us sit on the radar and let us just get to where we need to get to.
That's right, Jacques.
Hopefully we do what we do.
That's right.
Team leader.
So I'm gonna intervene here real quick. I want to kind of go over something overall for everyone to check us out in the post game this coming up week. Over the next few games. So as we mentioned before, over the last 2 weeks, man, us here at Tennessee Titans Weekly, we have a deal with Bleacher Report. For those that don't know about Bleacher Report is a big platform for sports. If you haven't followed Bleacher Report, man, please do so today, man. Especially follow the Titans, man. It's so much news on the Tennessee Titans. You can do it you have it on your phone, on your laptop. You can follow them on YouTube as well. The Bleacher Report, if a player sneezes in his bathroom, man, it's going to show up on Bleacher Report. But we're going to do the post-game show on Bleacher Report for the Colts, the Ravens, and the Falcons. So check us out. We have a lot of people on there, man. It's a lot of smoke on there. Check us out on Bleacher Report for sure, man. You will not be disappointed at all, man. You know how we do.
Shout out. Appreciate that, Hawk. All right. We got a question from Johnny Hubs. He said, do you think Treylon Burks is injury prone? You think he's injury prone, Hawk?
Yeah, he is. Mm-hmm. I think one reason why Treylon's got speed. He's athletic. He's athletic. He's not a superb athlete. He's not a fluid athlete, right? Treylon Burks down the road, if he ain't careful, eat a few Snicker bars and some hamburgers, he could pick up some weight. Okay. So I think he's still trying to learn, how to use his body as a receiver. And, I think a lot of times he gets caught up in situations where he could get hurt. So for him right now, he's got to stay as slim as he can and try his best to just, keep himself in shape. You know what I mean? And so, I think, he's can be clumsy at times too. You know what I mean? So, I think he can be. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I agree. I definitely agree. Like you said, I think he needs a little bit of weight because that weight can create tension on your knees, the inflammation and everything. And like you said, he's from Arkansas. He's from Arkansas, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Like you said, I think you said it before, he likes to eat that hog.
Yep, that's right.
They get the hunting and eating that pork and that hog, man. That'll get you.
Yep, that's
Let's
right.
See. Max says, I feel like our offseason training program isn't good because we keep getting so many. I'm gonna say this about this.
Tell them, Jacques.
With our offensive program, I can only if I'm a nutritionist, I can only do so much. I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make you drink it, right? I can say, hey, Treylon, I'm gonna put you on a meal plan. I'm gonna put you on this. Hey, matter of fact, go link up with Kevin Byard, who hasn't had an injury probably really since he's been in high school, right? Go link up with him. See what he's doing to keep his body healthy. Hey, Christian, go do the same thing, right? People don't realize that from college to the pros, college, you on a strict regimen, man. You got class, then you got coaching, then you got practice. They have a schedule. In the NFL, what I've heard is you got free time, bro. You got free time on top of free time on top of free time on top of free time. So after I'm done with practice, I'm free to do what I want to do. I'm young. I'm 20 years old. I got a little money. Hope, do I feel like do I want to be great? I want to go chill, right?
Right.
So there's a little bit of truth in that where how we don't know what the off season or the meal plan or whatever that off season program that they got them doing to try to take care of their bodies. But when you're on your own, I'm a pro's pro. I need to learn how to take care of my own body in the off season where I'm making sure I don't have those soft tissue injuries, making sure that I'm taking with the right people and investing my money in my body because your body is your money. I got to invest in myself to make sure I'm straight, right?
Yep.
So I think that right now, I think injuries this year are way better than what they were for the previous years.
Facts.
Right? Peter Skoronski can't help he had appendicitis. He can't help that. Right? Me and you can get that tomorrow, but it ain't like he got it on the field. Right?
Right. Yep.
So, I mean, right now you got Christian Fulton, who is the biggest culprit right now, but everybody else has, man, been straight. This is the first time again in a long time that we really haven't had really much injuries.
Facts.
And Nuke got his ankles messed up, but in the same breath with Nuke, he's a dog, man. He's tough. He gonna go out there and play regardless, man. So that's my. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that, sir. Facts, no paper. Facts, no paper, man. Just got to keep some of them players off of eating some of that Cincinnati chili, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep your weight down.
Bro,
keep your weight down.
Where did you get that picture? Did you really get that from a Cincinnati website? I hope you did.
Yeah, I did, man. I did.
Cincinnati. If you got, boy, I'm about to say something. Yeah. That looks dry. Okay,
yeah, it looks dry.
That's what they pride themselves on. Ain't no seasoning to it. The cheese just there. It looks, man. Come on, man.
Who they? We they. Cincinnati.
Johnny says, do you think D-Hop is the proper mentor for Burks, or do you think he's a different type of receiver?
Some players don't have to be a mentor by talking. They can do it by doing, right? So I do think he is a mentor. He has much respect for D-Hop. He's on the verge of being a Hall of Famer. So he sees that out of D-Hop. They're two totally different guys and two different receivers and two generational differences too. They're completely different guys, period, right? But yeah, I think he is, man. I think so.
Yeah. Danko with the super sticker. What up,
Danko.
bro?
What's up?
$20.
Yes, sir. What's good, Danko? What's happening, brother? How you doing, man? All right. So we got a super chat from Danko. Hey, that gets 2 booms there, Jacques. Danko Hawkins. Do. Boom. And again, do. Boom. Danko Hawkins in the building, same last name as me. What up, Danko? Thank you for listening to the show, man. Real talk, bro.
You know what's crazy about this Burks conversation? I hate it for Burks because it's John Robinson's fault. All this is John Robinson's fault. If he wouldn't have got rid of A.J. Brown, we would have been okay, right? And Burks probably would have went to Green Bay because I remember Aaron Rodgers wanted Traylon Burks, right?
Right.
Traylon Burks has to be put in the right system, in the right. When he was at Arkansas, dude was cold, okay? And people they don't understand that it's coming. I see it. I know it's coming. He just got to stay healthy. That's the only thing that Joker got to do is stay healthy. It's coming.
Right. Yeah.
I see it. I ain't giving up on Burks. I know a lot of fans are kind of questioning him, but I ain't giving up on Burks at all, bro.
Absolutely. I would suggest nobody give up on Burks. Don't at all. Man. We need him. He's needed.
Exactly.
Yeah, we need him. Yeah.
And so
AJ did. I'm not comparing the two. Let me throw that out there. AJ did score 2 touchdowns. He sure did. He 170 yards receiving today.
But it ain't AJ's fault either.
It's not. Again, it's J. Rob's fault. We traded him for a bag of chips. Literally.
John Robinson. It's neither one of their fault, right? So I'm not gonna do that. Hell no. I'm not gonna do that at all. In November, Kyle Hurd will be saying, wow, the Titans are 9-4. Are they really as good as their record? Now, this is a hell of a comment because Kyle Hurd is kind of not lying, right? Because when we go up against good teams, the Titans, we've seen, not saying the Browns are a good team, they're pretty decent. Defense is top 5. When they go up against a playoff caliber team, the Titans seem to cower. So, if he says that, I'm not about to get mad because I'm curious too.
Tell him, Jacques.
I am curious right along with him. Is this the true team that we got, right?
Yep.
Hawk to the chili. Me too. Damien, I hope it ain't that Cincinnati crap. I know Hawk can cook. So if y'all don't know, Hawk can actually cook. So I know Hawk's chili is good. That crap you got on that TV, right? I mean, on the screen, Hawk, that ain't the business, bro.
Hey, look at this, y'all. Look, this is literally some Cincinnati chili. What do y'all think? Would y'all eat that, man? Would y'all eat that, man? That's what they do in Cincinnati, man. That's it. Nah, Cincinnati for real. Nah, well, I tell you this, hey, Damone or Damon. Do. Boom. Damon, tighten up in the building, folks.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, bro.
So we got LG and the B says, I have to ask again, guys, if we can keep this momentum up, can we keep Henry for next year? And let me ask this. What would you say if we could get Caleb Williams from USC or Shedeur Sanders? That's a 2-part question. Great question, my brother. Yeah. All right. So the first question, I think Hawk, you alluded to, if we can sign Henry, yes, I would like to sign him to a 2-year deal. I would, to keep that, because you ain't got to go out and get another running back in the draft. That's me. I'm gonna let you answer that, Hawk. Would you sign him back next year?
Yeah, I would. If it depends on how the year goes. If we suck and we stink and we know we're not going anywhere, trade him and help him get a Super Bowl. Trade him to a contender, man. But I don't want that. I got a Derrick, man. I got 4 Derrick Henry jerseys. That's an investment right there, right? Right. Y'all see the throwback. Y'all see the Derrick. Y'all see the King. That's my dude. Y'all know I'm the biggest probably Derrick Henry fan in the world. Of course, I want Derrick Henry here. I wanted Derrick Henry to start when he was a rookie. How many times I was saying, bro, you got to put Derrick Henry in the game. I know he's still learning. That's still the king at the end of the day, right? So, but yeah, I think, if we're winning and things like that, yeah, man, you keep him. Absolutely. You sign him again. Absolutely.
Okay. So this is a good question. Caleb Williams or Shedeur Sanders? Which one would you, if you, hypothetically speaking, if the Titans were in that particular draft position, which one would you draft? Caleb Williams?
I don't think we're gonna be in position at all to draft Caleb. But if we did, I just want to make it clear because it's so many people be like, draft Caleb. I said, bro, that's not happening. We have to suck. There's so many teams that's bad. So I'd say Caleb Williams if he's available. Now Shedeur might be available. That's the other part of this. And again, it's on the Titans, on Malik Willis and Will Levis, on what do they feel about them. If they feel a certain way, then if you drafted Shedeur Sanders, you have to trade one of those guys. You have to trade a Will Levis or Malik Willis for that to happen. But I think we've put too much time in investing in both of them. I don't think we draft either. One, Caleb won't even be available. Shedeur would be available, but I think Will Levis and Malik Willis, they gonna figure it out. That's just my opinion. What about you, Jacques?
Hold on. Before we do that, Ryan, Steel Curtain, what up, brother?
What's up, man?
Brother?
It's good, bro.
What up, Ryan? So
Ryan, we said this, Ryan, real quick, man. The Steelers can't lose maybe 2 or 3 more games in the next few weeks, or they're gonna fire Mike Tomlin. But go ahead, Jacques. I don't know what you think about that, bro. But people say I look like Mike Tomlin, by the way. Ain't that crazy? When I put a hat on. Go ahead, Jacques.
So Shedeur Sanders and Caleb Williams. I know it'll never happen, but if it did, man, I like both of them. They both have 2 different styles. I like how Shedeur's arm strength and his accuracy. The kid's accuracy, and I think it's not getting talked about enough, is amazing, okay? Caleb Williams reminds me of Patrick Mahomes. So they both are the fire win, right? But when I look at both of them, I'm like, man, they both are still. Whoever gets them, they're going to be amazing, right? I know Max says Shedeur 100%. I know Skip Bayless, I think, said something about that when he said he feels like Shedeur is better than Caleb. And when you train under Tom Brady, of course, right?
Yeah.
You got it, man. You know what I mean? So, and Stanley, you're right. Shedeur, I think Caleb too, because Caleb mentioned, he said he's just not going to go to any team. And I don't blame him, right? Yeah. He said if he needs to, he'll stay another year to kind of go to the right team, if that makes sense. Like, that's like almost like the Jets going 1-15 or 1-17. You put Caleb Williams or Shedeur Sanders on the Jets today? No, bro. It's a wrap. Yeah. It's a wrap. And you get to run by, you get to sit because Aaron Rodgers not going nowhere. You know what I mean? So, yeah, dog. I honestly think we'll have a better shot at Marvin Harrison Jr. if we were able to pick top 5. I'm with y'all. I don't think that they will. They've invested too much in the quarterback position with those 2 picks, right? If they get one of them, what'll happen is you've wasted 2 picks. You wasted. Right. We'll put ourselves back in that same situation. And also, I'll say this too. Shout out to these NFL players, their sons. Emmitt Smith's son is balling. Frank Gore's son is balling. Yep. Jerry Rice's son is balling. Deion Sanders' son is balling. Did I miss anybody, Hawk?
That's a whole lot. Jeremiah Trotter's son, Bob. Best linebacker in college football.
Joey Porter's son.
Yeah, that's right.
Samuel Jr.'s son.
Yeah, right, correct.
This new generation, man, it is amazing to see because these are the players we grew up watching, and I'm like, their kids are going to be as good as them or probably better than them. So shout out to them, man, for putting in the work, man. You don't see that too often, man. basketball, because you got Steph and Steph's dad played and everything. But hey, shout out to them boys, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Let me see. And you're right. It is Archie Manning. I forgot about Peyton Manning's nephew. I forgot about him. He's gonna probably be balling. You know what I mean? So everybody's asking about the draft. Now, let me tell you, Goku, I've been asking for a real corner for a long time. And Hawk, if we're looking pretty good, we need one, dog. We need one. We need one. We need one bad. We need one bad.
Yep.
Like
we'll go a few more. We'll go maybe 2 more questions, y'all. We got 65 people in the chat. Hit the like button, folks.
Stanley, you put that. Stanley ain't gonna let me leave that night. Let me see what we got. Yeah, McQuarrie, man. McQuarrie's pretty good. I think, man, it's just playing corner in the NFL now, man. In football, period, is hard. It's hard. Travis Hunter. Now, you get Travis Hunter.
He'll be available.
Now, he will be available. Man. But I think playing corner is the hardest position in the NFL now. And I think football, period, because at the end of the day, guys, we know Vegas is very involved in a lot of stuff that we do in life now, right? Especially when it comes to sports. And they want points. And a lot of these questionable calls, that pass interference on Roger McQuarrie was so questionable. That was horrible. Yep. That was horrible. So let me see. I want to get the veteran presence on the O-line. You'll probably get it next year with the money that we got. We got money. So
let
me see.
O-line would be a good O-line receiver, corner, any one of those in the first 2 rounds for sure next year.
You know what? Who said that? I say veteran presence. You got the money to spend on them, but I'll say corner. I want a corner, bro. Like I want a decent sized corner too, by 6'2". Gonzalez from Oregon that went to the Patriots, he's doing pretty good, man. Get me a corner, like a real corner. So
So y'all, who they? I'm so glad.
I like who that better. Who they weird.
Yeah, it is. It's almost like I don't know who came with it first.
That's a great question.
I got to look at that. I would guess the Saints got it first. I think they probably said it first.
But I was actually talking to a Saints fan about that, and he said it's so lame.
It is lame, dude. It's lame. So it says who they got popular by the Bengals in the 1981 season, and who that in 1983. It's the Bengals. Wow, shame on you, New Orleans. Okay. New Orleans, be original. What the hell is that?
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to Cincinnati with that, bro. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Wow, bro.
Yeah. They kids balling, bro. Like this is actually pretty cool to see. King Wood says, "Can we win a Super Bowl before the new stadium's built?" And I think you'll see a Super Bowl in the stadium before we win. Nah, I'm playing. Can we win a Super Bowl before the new stadium is built?
We got a long way to go, sir. It's only one football team that wins the Super Bowl. One. It's only one. Mm-hmm. No, I don't think so. Yep, something has to change. If today being asked that today, October 1st. Not to say our mind can't change, but I don't see that.
You got to be like the 49ers. I think the 49ers are Super Bowl ready. The 49ers are Super Bowl ready. The 49ers, they got it. Like, they got it. The Titans still have a need. We're still like a few pieces away. Defensively, I think you have a good first level, second level, and the fourth level, but your 2 outsides are not Super Bowl quality corners, right? I feel like your defensive line is pretty good enough to be Super Bowl caliber. Your linebackers are pretty decent. Your safeties, but you got to have at least one corner that's a shutdown on the other side in order for that to be a Super Bowl defense, right? And I just still think they're missing that dog at corner, that Jalen Ramsey, Asante Samuels, that feistiness, right? That Sauce Gardner. We don't have a Sauce Gardner. I would love to have Sauce Gardner, right? That's why the Jets, and you see where they're Hawk. Jets defense was off the chain. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So right now, I don't see it. I don't see it, man. I just don't. I'm sorry.
We'll go 2 more questions, y'all.
Kingwood says, will we see Vrabel as our coach going into the new stadium, or would it be someone else? I say I like Mike Tomlin.
I don't know, man.
When is the stadium building? 2026?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's a long time from now. I would say probably not, because that's a long time from now, right? Yeah. Coaches don't last that long in the league. That's what NFL, not for long. That's what it means, right? But if there's a coach, if there's maybe 2 or 3 coaches that are still going to be with their team at that time in the NFL, I'd put Mike Vrabel top 3 in that regard, as far as like probably still being on the team down the road, right? Mike Vrabel will probably be one of those coaches if there's any coach, right? But I think that's a long time from now. And within those 3 years, we had to have had some wins, some big wins and playoff wins and things like that. So I that's a tough question. I don't know.
I like to at least get their questions answered. I'm gonna say this. It's a hard question, but I would say next year's 2024, right, Hawk? And then 20. And I told you I'm giving Mike Vrabel 2 years. Maybe because of the simple fact Vrabel has been able to stay consistent, if that makes sense. Yeah. He's been able to kind of keep this thing afloat when it comes to culture. He's built the base. I know people don't want to hear this, but he probably will, bro. You know what I mean? I was looking at the next year's schedule, too. Next year's schedule is pretty favorable, too. So if he can get the right pieces, we got money next year that they can spend, and they can do everything. I think he'll probably be here. Mike Tomlin has been one of the longest tenured coaches. Right. He's been with them since 2008. Well, how long is Mike Tomlin?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
that's a long time, bro. That's a Bill Belichick is another one.
It is.
And so that's coaches out there.
Bill Belichick he's got to be careful too. You know what I'm saying? Yes, everybody runs their course.
Yeah. They
run their course.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The Patriots suck.
Yeah,
they're not getting any better. They're not going to win any. They're not going to playoffs this year. They're not good.
And I'm gonna say this, Mr. Jones, you're right. Vrabel has also influenced free agents to come here, and people like playing for Vrabel. And free agents like, hey, we like the culture here. We like what y'all bring. So most definitely, man. Most definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
So Max says, who do you think we should draft? That's early.
Yeah.
That's too early. I ain't gonna say it's too early, but it's early. I mean, again, I still have some homework I got to do. I'm not going to say quarterback because I don't think we're going to be that trash to get to a number one. So it's either lineman or corner. Let me say my wishful positions. Corner for number one. Another lineman or another receiver. I want a speed receiver. I want speed in here. I want to focus on speed because if we're going to tailor our offense to throwing the ball downfield, we need somebody to catch that thing downfield, right? So I say my wish list, my Christmas list is a corner. I want a corner. I want a corner with some size. And I think you said Oregon is this a corner, Bryce? Kyrie Jackson out of Oregon, 6'3". If he's any good, I'm gonna start doing my homework on him. But if he's a corner that's 6'3", I'm about to pay attention to him, because if he's 6'3", I like my corners tall now. I don't like short corners, and we need to switch up our philosophy. So, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go one more question, Jacques.
All right. And thank you, Bryce, for that, man. Because I really, again, he's a corner. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna pay attention to him and do some homework and do some film study. Why not?
Oregon got some dogs. Oregon is good. Oregon might be the best team in college football. Oregon don't play around, bro.
Nope.
And they finally got a defense too that's pretty well too. So we'll check him out.
He's 6'3", 195 pounds. Okay, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. I'll definitely.
Yeah.
He is from Mississippi too. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Blaze says corner. Okay, got it. I think everybody offensive line, secondary. I think we know the Weekly family is hella smart, man. So y'all know what
if the Titans drafted today, we'd be picking 24th in the draft.
Yeah. So see what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no way we're gonna get.
Mike Vrabel's too good of a coach to make us top 5, man. He's too good of a coach.
Exactly. So, and last year was an anomaly anyway. It was just an anomaly. Like, it just happened. Matter of fact, we kind of got lucky. We needed that because of if we wouldn't have got Peter Skoronski. So shout out to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I hope Wiley continues to do what he does, because that put number 3 on the list of rookies that are contributing, right?
Right.
And then Colton Dow got in there. Shout out to Colton Dow.
Yeah, he
shout
did.
out to
He
Colton
did.
Dow, man. I don't know if he caught a pass, but shout out to him. I think Mixon wins it all this year. Let's see.
Yeah. So
let me see. Let me see if I see any more questions that I missed. Y'all got one? We got one more question. Yes. Cruikshank was signed to the practice squad. Welcome back, Cruikshank.
Yep.
Yes, he was. So shout out to Cruikshank, man. I'm glad to have you back, dog.
I.e. the tight end stopper. I don't know if he's the same guy, but he was incredible at stopping the tight end. He had Travis Kelce in his feelings, man. He had all the tight ends in there. Nothing he could do. Yep.
Let me see.
So yeah, this is a good question right here, Jacques. So what do we do? Shout out to Juggernaut, man. We had a great conversation, man, on who do we have as far as starting in, your top 5 linemen when Skoronski and NPF comes back. How do we do this, right? Because Hubbard has played very well at right tackle, okay? I really think he's been the best on the line, right? It's been Chris Hubbard. Shout out to Hubbard. Daniel Brunskill has done pretty well at right guard, too. Decent. He's done well. Aaron Brewer's been hot and cold. He's had some good games. I thought he played pretty well today. You know what I'm saying? So the right side has been pretty solid. The left side has been the problem. Now, again, Skoronski hasn't played. So today, Dylan Radin's in there. And again, Andre Dillard, who has struggled. He hasn't been good. That's just flat out what it is. And Dylan Radin's is not really that good, I don't think.
He did good. Dylan Radin's has been doing good, bro. Like, I gotta give him.
Did you see the Cleveland game?
The whole offensive line was trash, but I feel like he's getting better from what we drafted him. He ain't got no choice.
Right. But if we're looking at top 5, so because in his spot is Peter Skoronski. So we want Radins or Skoronski. We're going Skoronski, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, Skoronski. Most definitely.
Right. So then what do we do with NPF? Does he take Chris Hubbard's spot at right tackle because that's his spot? Or do we put NPF in Andre Dillard's spot at left tackle because NPF played left tackle at Ohio State? Or does Peter Skoronski go to left tackle because that's what he played at Northwestern? So it's kind of like, what do we do? Because Dillard is the weakest of the 5 by far, right? But Dillard signed a big contract too. That plays a part too. So, or shout out to Juggernaut on this. Do you say Nicholas Petit-Frere, you're not starting right now? You're going to have to work your way up when you come back. You keep the same 5 that's been out there. This week, it's going to be about the offensive line and what do you do? I don't know if folks in the chat want to answer that, but Jacques, do you have a thoughts of what we should do?
Skoronski, I like him at left guard. He's a hell of a left guard. People say put him at left tackle. He's not. And I'm thinking like Vrabel. I'm thinking if I'm Vrabel, and I know how Vrabel thinks, he likes consistency. And he doesn't like change a lot, right? Because if he would have did, he would have changed out Dennis Daly last year, and he never did, okay? So Skoronski's not going to left tackle for a fact. He's staying at guard. Hubbard has been balling, man. Dillard, like you said, he has a big-ass contract. So if you take him out, you're going to kill his confidence. But the defenses that we're playing, they're not – besides the Steelers have Watt. That's about it. And I don't know how – he was Nicholas Petit-Frere pretty good at when he was a left tackle, right?
Let me tell you about NPF at Ohio State. Nicholas Petit-Frere was the highest rated player in his class, bro, as far as a lineman coming out of high school. NPF was the number 1 rated offensive lineman in all of high school going into Ohio State. He did okay at Ohio State. He didn't do great. Coming out of high school, they thought he was going to be a first-round pick, and he got picked in the 3rd or 4th round. I think 4th round. 3rd or 4th round. So he didn't play as great, so that's why they moved him to right tackle, right? But given this, you have 3 left tackles that we have on our roster: Peter Skoronski, Dylan Radins, and Nicholas Petit-Frere, and Andre Dillard. So it's 4. So it's like, what do we do? Like, so
didn't Radins play left tackle last year when Dennis Daly got hurt?
He did.
He did pretty decent.
He had 1 really good game. The other games he didn't do well. He did terrible. He did awful. He played 1 good game against the 49ers. He did great against the 49ers.
So he's terrible in left tackle. Dennis Daly's terrible at left tackle. Diller's terrible at left tackle.
Yep.
Skoronski, we don't know what he is at left tackle. I mean, they say he's good at left tackle. I mean, if you want to break up the continuity, because again, it's still a communication thing. You can put MPF at left tackle, Skoronski at guard like he was, Hubbard at the right side, keep Brunskill where he's at, and ride with that. I mean, again, this offensive line they're new, okay? Unfortunately, this is what we're going to get. And I don't care who you put where, what, where. We're going to get what we get. And if we keep Dillard there, we're going to get that, right? If we put Nicholas Petit-Ferrer, I don't know what the hell he's going to do at left tackle, right? He can either be good, he can be mediocre, he can stink up the joint. I think he'll be mediocre. That's just me until he gets his feet. Because is he in football shape? Do we know if he's in football shape? He's been out for a while. Do we know that? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, is he even going to play? Like, that's my thing. I'm like, is MPF even in shape? He has to get in game shape. he hasn't played since preseason. So I can't put him out there and say, and if he makes mistakes, I can't get mad at him. Maybe like, bro, you still trying to get in the flow of things. Dillard's already in the flow of the game. And I know how, again, Vrabel is. He's like, okay, he's already in the flow of the game. So he's been putting in the reps. He's been putting in the time. So we're just going to let him continue to do what he do, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So,
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If that's the case,
hard,
the MPF won't play. He'll be
I think you just keep it.
Skoronski's he's stepping back in the starting lineup.
Yeah, keep him. And he got to get his weight back. I heard he lost weight too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I heard even with him to get.
He might need another week to get back into
my brother had that surgery, man, and it takes you a minute to get back to where you were and to get back and get your feet under you. So if he makes mistakes, I can't be mad, bro, because I'm like, you just came back from appendicitis, bro. You lost some weight. You're trying to get your weight back. You're trying to get your stuff back. But I know he'll be plugged in. I think you should keep it how it is. And MPF, in my opinion, will have to wait until somebody kind of F's up, if that makes sense. And I think they get sick of Dillard and put him at left tackle and let him play left tackle. I think he'll do better. And I think he's more longer and taller and a little bit more athletic than Dillard. But if you want to try him at left tackle, but at that point, you just wasted a contract.
Right.
You just wasted money, in my opinion. It's like, okay, we got Dillard. You out here, bro. Unless we put him, he's a good depth player. We got good depth. I will say that.
Yeah, we do have good depth. We do.
Somebody go down. We cool.
That's right.
But
that's right.
I mean, I don't trust Dylan Raiders. I mean, again, football's about reps, man. So I don't know, dog. I don't know, to be honest with you. I think MPF just needs to sit down until you get his win back and everything, and then put out ride with Dillard until you can't ride with him no more, and then put MPF in his spot and test him there and see what he does. Do we have any swing tackles on this line? Didn't Brunskill play?
Dylan Radens.
What about
Dylan Radens is a swing all everybody. Brunskill's is a guard. I don't think he plays any tackle.
There's somebody.
Peter Skoronski's a swing. Skoronski and Dylan Radens are both like swing tackles and guards. That's the good thing about both of them. They're very versatile.
Well, if you want to, if you lose confidence in either one of them, why don't you? And I'm not going to say it's going to happen. Put Skoronski at left, let Dillis play guard, and see why that goes. Right? You can try it.
Yeah.
And then keep Hubbard and Brunskill, and then you got Brewer in the middle. Mm-hmm. And then keep Dillard as a depth guy who's getting paid pretty well to be a depth guy.
Yeah. So it should be interesting to see what happens. To your point, they'll probably keep the same five, even if Skoronski comes back, and because he needs to get healthy again, and then MPF that but we'll see, man. With the five best need to be out there. We got 7 or 8 linemen. Put the 5 best out there. Make it happen for sure. Right. So, well, cool, y'all. Well, hey, we want to say thank you all for watching the show, y'all. We really do, man. With the post game. Again, shout out to the Titans, man, with the big victory today over the Cincinnati Bengals, or the Bengals the Bengals is what we say, but the Bengals, of course, 27-3, 2-2 are the Tennessee Titans. The Cincinnati Bengals have fallen to 1-3. shout out to the Titans, man, with a big victory. The next game that they have is against the Indianapolis Colts. That should be a very interesting game. And we want to just say thank you all for listening to the show. As we mentioned earlier, again, for those that are into Bleacher Report, man, check us out on Bleacher Report. You can download that app, go to the Tennessee Titans, follow the Titans on there, and you'll see us as the post game for the next few games. Again, if you're on Instagram, you can go to Tennessee Titans Weekly. You go on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7, or you can follow us on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly. If I already said that, I do apologize. But we out there, y'all. We out there, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like Hawk said, man, come check us out on Bleacher Report. And you know how we do, man. We put in that work, and Big Mike, to answer your question, watch the pregame for the Colts, and we can answer all those questions that you have, bro, about how we can beat the Colts. How we can, you know how we do. Just watch the show, man. We'll get you right. We'll get you right. Other than that, Hawk, take us away, man.
Okay. All right. So I like how we ended the last show, man. I'm gonna end it on that Jamar Chase bite, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have that said here. So but we hope you all have a great rest of your week. As you all know, we will do the pregame show for the Colts. So check, hey, click the notification bell, so when the show does pop up, man, you all will get to see that as well too. And our post game will be on Bleacher Report. So we hope you have a great week. As we always say, and as we always do, y'all, facts.
No paper.
I'm open. I'm always fucking open. Excuse my profanity. I'm sorry. I'm open. I'm always fucking open. Excuse my profanity. I'm sorry. I'm open.